Salut tout le monde, nouvelle vidéo, donc nouvelle convention, et cette fois-ci il est question de super pouvoirs. En effet, notre équipe Syncrow Production est allée à la rencontre des comédiens de The Flash, Arrow et Legend of Tomorrow à l'occasion de la Super Heroes Con 3.
Hi, my name is Manu, Bennett. I play a lot of characters. I play Crixus, Arzog from The Hobbit, Slade Wilson, Deathstroke from Arrow, and also Alanon from the Shannara Chronicles.
I'm David Ramsey from the television show Arrow, playing the role of John Diggle.
How's it going? I'm Michael Rowe and I play Deadshot on Arrow, also known as Floyd Lawton.
Hi, I'm Rick Cosnett and I play Eddie Thawne on The Flash.
Hello Paris, Harry. I'm Dom, as you probably are aware.
I'm Wentworth.
This is Wentworth, my buddy.
Hey, my name's Caity Lotz. I play Sarah Lance and the White Canary.
In terms of my expectations for Diggle, I don't know if I really had any, besides just kind of finding out his backstory. I was really interested in finding out who his brother was. I'm still interested in finding out who his parents are, where exactly he came from.
I thought my character was hilarious, and because he was completely oblivious to the fact that Barry was in love with Iris, and he was loving Barry and loving Iris. And there was something so irritatingly awesome about him.
I mean, I never know where they're gonna go with it. From the beginning, they're always switching it up, and you're like, oh, okay, now this is happening, and now that's happening.
I don't know where the story writers are going to go. If they service the Arrow story, they'll send Slade off on his merry way back into Mirakuru land.
What's great about the character is that, unlike everyone else in our show, we can make up anything for John.
If they don't, then they could really wrestle with bigger truths, some really interesting drama.
I mean, and to some degree you can do that anyway, because all shows take some creative license. But there really isn't a lore that you have to depend on for John Diggle. He was a totally original character.
I think I took maybe a little bit of liberty with the character at first, but because they didn't tell me to stop doing that, I just kept going more and more, and that, giving him a sixth sense of humor and the way he walked and talked. So
it's been a really nice progression, and she's had a great arc and a lot of change, which is cool. And I also think that that she is a leader. I think for her to become the captain is fitting for her.
Then I started seeing the scripts that they were writing a little bit more towards that, like they trusted me with this stuff. So that's really fun as an actor to know that they trust you and they are fully supporting the choices that you're making.
Though I'd imagine next season she'll probably deal with a lot more of the difficulties of making decisions that affect other people and other people's lives, and I think she's much more comfortable kind of taking on responsibility or sacrificing herself, but maybe not so much to have to do that for other people.
First saw Heatwave, Mick Rory, he was just an angry psychopath, if you will. But certainly in Legends, we're actually seeing a more humane side of him.
It was really important that in the end they started to show the backstory. Like, people aren't born bad. Like, what happened to him that made him make these villainous choices, go on that villainous path in life. So
there's a cookie about humanity in that we're all guilty. We're all villains in some way. Every single person on this planet in some way is a villain, be it this small or be it in some heinous act that they're driven to because of the way they perceive the world.
We're seeing the cracks slowly open up, and we're seeing this really funny, sympathetic man. We can see that he's just yes, he's tough and he's rough and he's all of those things, but he also has a soft heart and all that kind of bravado and stuff.
by the end it changed a lot. I mean, he wasn't just a bad guy anymore. It's always more complex than that.
I think there's a huge gain in storytelling when you don't box good guy, bad guy.
We started as, bad guy of the week in episode 3. We ended as sort of an anti-hero. Like he was capable of doing good things too. It might have been just as an accident, but good things happen around Floyd, not just bad.
The Western genre. It is what the Western genre was back in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. Now we've moved on to the comic book genre, superhero genre. It's just a reflection of what our society is wanting and yearning for in this day and age.
In a way, I've learned how to fly in my life by dealing with all of the stuff within me.
superheroes represent something to look up to and something that can save the day for us in a very volatile, crazy world. And I think that's, on a subconscious level, I think that's why people love superheroes.
It is something that comics teach us, is that you should believe in what you think is impossible, because it's only your mind that's holding you back, and that anything is possible. You know, and if you live in that space, then you are truly living, you know. I think what's special about meeting the fans is that there's so many people who are dealing with their own demons, and you get to bring a rainbow sometimes in their cloud.
It's a really unique opportunity to meet with people one-on-one.
Why they like the character, why they don't like the character. I mean, especially kids are the best. They're like, you're my third favorite villain on the show, and here's why, you know what I mean?
You know, their imagination has been sparked, obviously, so much that they've fallen in love with this TV show.
John Diggle is original to the show, and the fans really kind of connected so much to the character that DC listened and made the character a permanent part of the comic.
You know, that I get to be a part of the storytelling process is awesome, and I love hearing the response that they have, and also that they are also fascinated with the way that you are off screen.
It fills me back up. Like, sometimes I can get really drained from filming because you're just out there and you're alone, you're working like 16 hours a day, and when you see what it means to people and how it's kind of affected their lives or what it's done for them, helps you go like, oh yeah, this is good, this is worth it.
Meet people in real life and, you know, experiencing where they come from in different cultures and stuff like that. It's really special. That's my favorite part.
It's a great privilege, you know, to play a character like this, because, you know, 20 years from now, that character will still exist and someone else will play him, and it started here on television, not in a comic book.
People are fans of yours who, you know, are in whatever country, in France, Belgium, wherever, you know, in Brazil, in China. It is really cool. That part is like kind of mind-blowing, to feel like you're connected to people who are on the other side of the world.
No, it's always great coming to the conventions to see the fans, and I just love how much they appreciate the work that we've done. And just want to thank you guys for all the support that you've given Legends of Tomorrow and Prison Break and all that stuff. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for spending time with us.
Si aujourd'hui des conventions comme ça n'existaient pas, on n'aurait jamais l'occasion de rencontrer ces acteurs-là.
Thanks for watching our shows. Thanks for coming out and to see us. Can't wait for season 3. I think you guys are gonna really like it.
Yes, the convention is so good and the actors are so nice.
Merci pour les acteurs d'être venus, merci aux organisateurs d'avoir organisé ça, d'avoir permis de rencontrer les acteurs.
Just thanks for having me. I fall in love with Paris and I hope to come back more.
On les adore, enfin continuez, Brice et Vanessa, même le staff, on voit qu'ils courent partout, qu'ils font des efforts, ils sont très gentils.
C'est grâce à eux qu'on réussit à exaucer nos rêves, à rencontrer nos acteurs préférés.
Howdy. This is David Ramsey from Arrow, and I have to say, you guys have been a lot of fun.
Franchement, vous êtes super adorables, super accessibles, on peut facilement parler avec vous et c'est top.
There's a lot of French culture in Canada, and I feel an affinity with the people to a certain level, and definitely a fan of your wine. So that will always keep me coming back for more.
Thank you for supporting our show. Thank you for watching.
Merci aux acteurs de venir et de prendre le temps avec nous parce que c'est loin d'être évident et surtout à toute l'équipe qui doit gérer toute cette pression.
I just want to say hi to all my fans out there. Thank you so much for all your support, for always standing by me and always cheering me on. And you give me just as much inspiration as I give you.
Thank you for everything.
It's just perfect.
You make our dreams come true.
Yes, really.
Yes.
France has been very kind to Wentworth and I and Prison Break. It's very successful. The Prison Break's been very successful here, and we appreciate the support and the love that the people of France have shown us. Thank you.
Thank you for being such terrific, wonderful hosts for us. All the people who have kissed me and sat on me and hugged me and squeezed me, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Paris, you've been awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
This has definitely been a couple of days I will either never remember or never forget. And thank you so much. And maybe I won't leave, maybe I'll just stay. But I look forward to seeing you in the future. Thank you guys. You're doing best.
I've had so much fun. I've been overwhelmed with love from all of you guys, and it really just makes me so happy. So thank you, Paris, so much. Also, thank you.
Thank you guys. It's been so great to meet everybody face to face and hear some really amazing stories of how our characters in these stories have affected your lives, and it's so sweet. And I think it can get hard sometimes when you work so much, and when you see how much it means to people, it really, you go, okay, yeah, this is worth it, and it's amazing. Thank you.
Love you guys. Thanks for your passion. Thanks for connecting with us through a story. Story is what connects everybody. And I'm glad that I can come here and look in all your faces and absorb that energy and that we call it aroha in Maori. And aroha is it's like a word for love, but it's kind of more a spirit thing. But your aroha was well received, and thank you very much. Thank you.
Et bien voilà, c'est terminé pour cette nouvelle convention. Merci à vous d'avoir suivi cette vidéo. Alors n'hésitez pas, likez et partagez la vidéo, et faites de même avec notre page Facebook Syncrow Production. L'occasion également pour moi de remercier nos partenaires People Convention et Cospro pour leur confiance. Et je vous donne rendez-vous très prochainement pour une future vidéo, donc une future convention. Bye!